Hello, Bold Profits Nation, and welcome to the January 2020 month-end edition of Amber's Macro Monday, right here on the Paul Mampilly YouTube channel. I'm Amber Lancaster, Director of Investment Research here at Bold Profits. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get right into this month's update. And if you've seen this series before, you know I like to cover the 5 most fascinating economic charts or industry statistics that crossed my radar over the last few weeks. So I call these charts the Fabulous 5, and this edition of Macro Monday will be an America 2.0 focused special edition. And as you may know, Paul Mampilly and Bull Profits megatrends will spur the new renaissance and fourth industrial revolution of America 2.0. And these megatrends are industrial Internet of Things, precision medicine, millennials, blockchain, robotics, and artificial intelligence, autonomous / electric vehicles, and new energy technology. So in this video's update, we're going to focus on autonomous and electric vehicles, as well as new energy technology. And then we'll conclude with 2 compelling market sentiment trends. So let's get started with Fabulous 5 chart number 1. So I'll never forget my first ride as a passenger in the Tesla Model 3. It took my brain a few seconds to process what I was seeing and experiencing, and then my jaw dropped. I am a longtime car enthusiast, aka gearhead, so I've seen my share of cars in test drives, but the inside of the Model 3 is unlike any car that I had seen before, with no instrument gauge panel in the front steering column, but instead a large 15-inch touchscreen display command center to control the vehicle. And then we hopped on the interstate, and the driver accelerated effortlessly and soundlessly and put the car on autopilot, and I was blown away. Well, apparently, I'm not alone in this admiration. According to Inside EVs, and as this chart shows, the Tesla Model 3 is proving its popularity. Tesla Model 3 sales are blowing away rivals in the luxury sedan segment. After its introduction in 2017, Model 3 yearly sales have been on an upward trajectory, catapulting past sedan competitors like the BMW 3 Series, the Audi A4, and the Mercedes C-Class. So I have a question. If you own or have driven or ridden in a Tesla Model 3 S or X, please let me know your experience. You can share your comments in the section below. So far, I've test driven all 3 cars, and my favorite was the Tesla Model S P100D in ludicrous mode. So when I accelerated, the car actually went from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. It was super fast. It was shocking. And just like the passenger's reaction seen in this YouTube video from Forrest Auto Reviews, all I can say, it was a heart-pounding wow moment. So Fab 5 chart number 2 goes hand in hand with the electric or EV vehicle market. Per Bloomberg, quote, New Jersey just became the 10th state to introduce an incentive for the purchase of EVs, which once implemented will be the highest offered in the United States. The new policy in New Jersey is only available to consumers purchasing EVs priced under $55,000. The 10 states in this chart accounted for over 65% of EV sales in the first half of 2019, according to Bloomberg NEF, end quote. So Fab 5 chart number 3 is a 2-part chart, and it shows how global new investment in clean energy reached $363.3 billion in 2019, the second highest on record, bringing in the total for the decade to $3.3 trillion, according to Bloomberg NEF's Investment Trends report. So about 75% of the total went to wind at $138 billion and solar at $131 billion. And on the heels of these booming stats, there's a new energy alert. Per Bloomberg, solar and wind power installations are forecast to, quote, shatter U.S. records in 2020, end quote. So per the Energy Information Administration, we're going to see both new energy sources that are, quote, forecast to smash records in 2020. Wind installations are booming, while a new California mandate requiring panels on most brand new homes is helping solar, end quote. So switching gears to the market, Fab 5 chart number 4 is another two-part chart. So according to a recent UBS Global Wealth Management survey, the world's wealthiest investors are nearly unanimously optimistic where the stock market is concerned for 2020. The survey, which asked 4,800 wealthy individuals from around the world with a net worth of at least $1 million or $250,000 in yearly revenue and at least one employee other than themselves, gauges their investor forward-looking sentiment. So a chart topping 94% of surveyed wealthy investors around the world anticipate positive returns in this year's market. This is a turnaround from the October survey where more than 50% of respondents expected a significant market sell-off by the end of 2020. So per the UBS press release, Paul Mampilly, divisional vice chair at UBS Global Wealth Management, says, quote, virtually all investors reported positive portfolio returns in 2019, which continued high expectations for 2020, end quote. And per Bloomberg's assessment, about a quarter of the survey respondents' assets were in, quote, cash, slightly lower than the previous report, and more money is flowing into stocks, into equities in the new year, with data from EPFR Global and Bank of America showing about $20.5 billion of inflows into stock funds. So that's partially reversing last year's outflows, which reached about $167 billion, as many market participants remained cautious and turned to bonds or cash despite the equity market rally. End quote. So in all, Bloomberg also notes that the rather low stake in stocks foretells more room for gains, according to strategists at Goldman Sachs. So Fab 5 chart number 5 is, we're looking at financial advisor and Bloomberg, and they're betting on disruptions that are swelling thematic funds. So thematic funds are stock funds that invest in stocks tied to themes, and both news outlets are reporting that more money than ever is pouring into thematic funds that aim to predict future trends. So per Bloomberg quote, at least 20 as of 2020, as it gets underway, all the 2020s, investors are hunting for tomorrow's winners based on today's emerging trends, and they command more cash than ever. Thematic funds doubled their assets in 3 years to reach $175.2 billion at the end of December, according to data from Morningstar. So already there are signs that growth will continue this decade, and Lazard Asset Management just started a new fund writing themes like digitization, environmental threats, societal anxieties, and more, end quote. So if you find these macro trends and charts interesting, you can follow me on Twitter at Lancaster Guru. Paul can be followed on Twitter as well at Mampilly Guru. To make sure you don't miss new content uploaded to this channel, the Paul Mampilly YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe and then click the bell icon so you can be alerted immediately once new content is posted. And if you find the information we post to the channel helpful, please like and share it with your friends and family. And to learn more about Paul's take on America 2.0 and the fourth industrial revolution and how to play it, please click on the strong hands icon over my shoulder. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, Bold Profits Nation. And until next time, take care.